at Chad Daybell's former property in Salem. They're about to start demolition on the home behind me. They have the backhoe there ready to go. I'm going to turn this around and give you a shot here. Looks like they're getting preparations underway right now. So let me show you the home here. They're going to start on the loft area and then they're going to move to this house. And there we have the outbuildings that you can see are flattened. They're gone. They're done. And it looks like right now they're going to walk through inside, making sure everything's good to go to tear down. And in just moments, this loft will be flattened as they continue work here on the outbuildings. Again, for those of you just tuning in, demolition crews showed up this morning at Chad Daybell's property, former property in Salem, Fremont County, Idaho. And they began working fast and furious. They tore down these outbuildings. There was 2 or 3 sheds out here. And in just a minute, they are about to begin work here on the house. What they're doing is they're removing the buildings. They're collapsing to the ground. And then they pick up the debris and put it in the truck. And then it's hauled away to the dump or to the recycle center. I'm just communicating with our team back in the newsroom. Peggy's here with me on the scene. She doesn't want to be on camera, she said. Jordan's here helping shoot some video. Jordan, do you have any messages for me?
Not yet.
Okay.
I keep asking.
Okay, and here is where the chicken coop was. She doesn't want to be shown. She's the new buyer. But if you have to show her, show her. Okay. Okay, and here they go. What are you doing?
Gonna let you know here in just a minute. Once he starts getting bunkers broke, we'll have trucks start coming right through here, just so you guys.
Great. Thank you. And there is where Chad Daybell slept and stayed. Peggy, you got pictures? There goes the loft. These guys are really This is where Chad Daybell stayed after Lori Vallow was arrested. His children lived in the house. He stayed on the second story of that loft. There are many neighbors parked around the surrounding property watching this. Hey, Peggy.
Fishing or skills.
Okay. And will you ask if he sent a picture? I do want to mention there are multiple companies who are volunteering their time and efforts and employees and resources, all of this being done volunteer, tearing down the house. Taylor Excavation, Tupper Excavating, DePatco, Anderson Earthworks, Double J Dirt Works, Tupco, Pocono Coast West, and Chad Ball Construction. All of these companies have donated or volunteered their times, their employees, their resources to help tear down this house. Heather and Matt Daybell are here. They have come to see the demolition. Did I give you the mic? Is it in the bag? You're good. Yeah, just leave it there. This is the Cozy Cone. I'm going to pan over here real quick to show you those other buildings are gone. Move over here and give you a different angle. That's the Cozy Cone where Chad Daybell likely had hundreds of conversations with Lori Vallow when she was in jail. They would text each other, well, not text each other, they would call each other. They would communicate back and forth with each other. And you can see behind me that that area has been flattened. And there's the house where Chad Daybell stayed, wrote his books, made plans for his future after he killed his wife, Tammy Daybell. and killed 2 children and buried them on this very property in Salem, Idaho. Just 5 years ago, Tammy Daybell was a devoted wife, worker, mother who hung laundry on that very line behind me. And now the home where she lived with her family is being destroyed. Many of you have just tuned in and you're asking why this is happening. A few days after Chad Daybell was sentenced to death, his attorney who owned the home put it on the market. A nonprofit bought the property, a couple running a nonprofit who has asked to be anonymous. And they arranged to have this site, the buildings here on the site, demolished. And now what they're going to do is remove all the buildings today. And I thought this would take all day, but here it is, 9:30 Mountain Time, and they're already done except for the home. They're moving so fast. And then they're hauling away this debris to the landfill and to the recycling center where they will use the parts and recycle them. And then the ground will sit until plans are made for a memorial of some kind. You good? Oh no, sorry, I thought you were gonna walk. Don't fall down. I'm shocked how fast it's going. I mean, is it normally this fast?
It will be, yeah, for the demolition and whatnot. It's just pushing it all in and scooping it up.
Did you guys start at 7?
Yes, about 7:30 is when we started on the sheds.
So you think it'll be done by noon?
Not hauling it off.
Oh,
it'll
but
be
everything
later.
flattened.
Yeah, that house should be down by noon.
Okay.
Well, close to.
Yeah. Wow. Multiple companies have come together to remove this house. We're going to go up a little bit later in the East Idaho News chopper, show you what it looks like from the air. So stay tuned for that. That loft area was an addition to the home, the original home that was built here. The loft area was built several years later. If you missed my tour inside the home, if you go to the East Idaho News YouTube channel, you can watch it. And I will say that the former owner, the original owners of this home, one of their children emailed me and said that this used to be such a happy place. Children would gather here on the property and play kickball. They would play baseball on summer nights. There's a big, beautiful tree here that had a rope swing. And this was a gathering place for everybody in the community. And it's turned into such a horrific, tragic sight. Every time anyone drives by it that knows the story knows that 2 children were killed here and a devoted, wonderful woman died inside the walls of these homes far too soon. You can see there are neighbors who have parked along the street to get photos, to witness this. Who's paying for the demolition? All of this is being done volunteer. All of the companies are doing this for free. And the guy kind of supervising this whole project told me that everything should be flattened within the next few hours. Of course, they'll need to haul everything away. But they started with the sheds that were in the back. and then they are going to work their way toward the home. Freak out. May interview him. Detective, Lieutenant, we're on live. What are your thoughts?
You know, it's interesting.
Let me position you right here just because of the sun.
I think it's important for the community to heal. So, you know, I want to come out here and kind of close this out, kind of watch this, and kind of let go of everything. Yeah, it's good for the community.
What is it like being back on the property since that June day 4.5 years ago?
You know, it's definitely not like it was that day. It was really a sense of closure. A different feeling, a good feeling. Not like a feeling of June 9th again. So, I think it's good.
Yeah. So again, we are out here, Chad Daybell's house. Lieutenant Hermosillo with Rexburg Police is out here as well. Heather and Matt Daybell, Chad's brother and wife, they're here, sister-in-law. And they do plan eventually to put some sort of memorial up here. Some of you are asking about the power lines. They did kill the power here a few weeks ago, so there's no power, there's no electricity running through. Jordan, that truck might be... Oh, maybe they'll go out that way. Yeah, they'll probably go out that way. The one guy did say that they'll have a bunch of trucks coming in here. Yes, I realize some of you are saying it's hard to hear. This is live and we're at a construction area, so we'll try to speak as loud as we can. I'd love to know where you are watching from. I know there's several of you in Idaho. But they are demolishing this house this morning because the new owners bought it. Looks like we have Texas, we have Florida, Georgia, we have Ontario, Canada, Utah, Kansas, California, Tennessee, Wisconsin, Sweden, Phoenix, Indiana. Thank you all so much for watching. Scotland. Wow, so many places. So that one truck just took off full of debris. Truck number 2's pulling up. They'll fill it up. Jordan, can you take this for a minute? Just stay on the scene. I'm going to interview Herman Seal on this camera.
If anyone wants to say anything specific, I will do the best I can to capture that for you. Alright, Frank, I see your comment. You see what's going on right now is that the home for Chad Daybell is being demolished. The process started around 9 this morning. Earlier, I was showing our viewers that the shed is completely gone, so they are currently working on the home at this moment. Cody, I see your question. You're asking why they are tearing down this home. I personally don't know too much about this right now to give you a full explanation, but from what I understand,
Can you warm me up? What?
We got him.
All right, it looks like they are about to start on the actual house. They've done the loft area. Looks like the loft is pretty much down except for the one exterior wall. And these guys are continuing to remove the debris from the sheds and the outbuildings. I know many of you are just tuning in. We have to give a shout out and acknowledge the people, the companies, the employees who are out there volunteering their time, their gasoline, their machines, their trucks, their tools. Taylor Excavation, Tupper Excavating, DePatco, Anderson Earthworks, Double JJ Dirtworks, Tupco, Pocono Coast West, and Chad Ball Construction. All of them out here donating their time, their resources. We'll get up here close and I can show you. There's where the house once stood. This is where Chad Daybell slept. And now it is a pile of rubble. Look, there's a piece of carpet. You can see it in there. I'll get out of their way. Looks like they're backing up this truck. Watch out, Peggy. Just so you all know, behave yourself in the comments because Peggy's out here with me taking pictures and Jordan's out here too. So no one's moderating the comments as we speak. You better behave yourself. Somebody's calling this the House of Shame. There are, many of you are commenting on the beautiful trees. There are beautiful trees out here. Oh, as of today, I know that none of the trees at the moment are coming down. The trees are staying today. They're only focusing on the buildings. Oh, I might need to move that bag. Okay, I'm gonna move this bag out of the way. We're gonna move to the other side now to get a better view. And in just moments, they will fill up this truck with all of the debris, take it off to the landfill and the recycle center. The truck is so that they can pile up all the debris in there and go get rid of it. And that's kind of been the whole, everything that's been happening this morning. It looks like they ripped out the clothesline here. There was a clothesline right here. Let me take you around to the front of the house. I know many of you, we've been focused on the back today, which is obviously where the action is, but I'll give you a view from here in the front. This is the house. And in just a few minutes, probably in the next 30 minutes or so, they will start to tear down the home. This was the street in front. This is the street in front of their house. That's the driveway where Chad Daybell was parked the morning that the police showed up with that warrant. He was actually in the back in that loft area, the cozy cone as they called it. And if we pan out here, this is kitty corner where Chad's children were staying, right over there. So when he went over to Emma's house that morning, that's where he was. This is a beautiful, beautiful tree in the front yard. This rope has been here for quite some time, years and years. And in just a matter of hours, this home will be gone. completely flattened and not standing here anymore. It's surreal to be here, I'll be honest with you, and witnessing this. People driving by, honking. There's the truck that's leaving, full of debris, and one truck after another. We'll keep leaving. Thanks to everybody stopping by to say hello. I went through this home a few days ago. I brought you that video last night. Before that, the last time I was actually, well, I hadn't actually been here on the property. That was the first time. So this is the front of the house. Again, this decades ago was a beautiful family that lived here. You know, back in, I believe, the 80s or 90s, there was a horrible crash here on this corner and some teenagers died. And the man who lived here ran out to help those teenagers. He brought them blankets. He brought them help. And at one point, from what I understand, the Price family, there was a Price family in each of these houses on the corner. They called it Price Corner. And then the Daybells moved in here. And we know what happened over they moved here in 2015. We know what happened over the past few years. The last time Chad Daybell was on this property was June 9th of 2020. When he was arrested, he walked out of this home never to return. And now no one will step foot in this house again. There are people who are driving by, recording with their cell phones, taking pictures, parked along the road, as you can see. And now once they remove all of this debris, they'll start to take down the house. The jury never did visit the house. We saw plenty of GPS images from the air, from the sky of the home. We saw some photos that were taken outside windows at the house. It looks like they've started on the corner of that home just a minute ago. Thank you, everybody. Somebody watching from South Africa saying hello to you, Peggy.
Oh, hi there.
Peggy says hi.
Thanks for coming.
Peggy lives, not to give it away because we don't want you all to show up at her house unless you have Christmas presents, but she lives nearby, and I called her this morning when I got at her and said, I think I need some help, and luckily Jordan lives in the Rexburg area, so he was able to come by and help us with this. So we plan to go up later today in the East Idaho News chopper. We'll be able to give you a view of what it looks like once everything is down. Someone asked if I'm saving a piece of concrete. You know, when I went through the other day, I thought about maybe getting something, but I don't think I don't know if I want to remember that. I have beautiful images of JJ and Tylee in my office, and that's, I think, how I want to remember the house. While we're watching, if you have any questions about the case and you want to put them in the comments, I'll try to read through them and answer them.
Somebody's asking if the chicken coop concrete got taken away.
Yeah, the chicken coop concrete was removed. It was pretty thin. They did a little bit of digging underneath there. From everything I saw, there wasn't anything, but you know. It is amazing how much Looks like I might be frozen. Let me switch this camera around. Peggy, am I frozen?
I don't know. I'm thinking you might be.
Okay, it says the picture's gone. Let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, you're gone.
Okay, it looks like for some reason. I realize I'm frozen, but can you hear me? You can hear me, but you can't see anything. Okay, what about that? Audio's fine. I don't know what happened here. Maybe it's the bee that just landed on me. It killed my signal. I don't know. What I'm gonna probably do is have to log off and log right back in. So stay here on the East Idaho News, and we'll come back on live in just a minute when I get this figured out.